What if I told you there's a 90s assassin movie that's smarter, weirder, and way more subversive than you remember? A film that could have launched a franchise but instead got buried by time and a certain French original. I'm talking about John Badham's 1993 gem, Point of No Return. You think you know this story? Think again. This isn't just a remake, it's a reimagining that digs into themes of identity, control, and violence. But why did it vanish from pop culture? And is it actually better than its predecessor? Strap in, because we're about to uncover why this movie deserves a second look. Welcome to my video essay. John Badham, the man behind Saturday Night Fever, War Games, and Short Circuit, took the helm for Point of No Return. Known for his ability to blend genre thrills with human drama, Badham brought a distinctly American sensibility to this adaptation. He shot the film primarily in Los Angeles and New Orleans, using locations like the French Quarter and the LA River to create a grimy, atmospheric setting. Fun fact, the production went through multiple script revisions to Americanize the story, including changing the protagonist's training montage. Badham's background in TV gave him a sharp, efficient style that keeps the pace relentless. But don't let that fool you. Every frame is packed with deliberate choices. At its core, Point of No Return is a hybrid of spy thriller, action, and psychological drama. It subverts the typical assassin redemption arc by focusing on Maggie's internal conflict rather than just the kills. The narrative uses a three-act structure that mirrors her transformation. The broken junkie, the cold killer, the conflicted woman. What sets it apart is how it slows down to explore her humanity, the makeover montage, the romance with JP, and the quiet moments in between the violence. Unlike many 90s action films, it refuses to glorify the hitman lifestyle. Instead, it questions whether someone like Maggie can ever truly escape her past. Vilmos Zsigmond, the legendary cinematographer behind Close Encounters and The Deer Hunter, painted this film in shadows and neon. The color palette shifts from cold blues and grays in Maggie's training sequences to warm golden hues when she finds love. Badham and Zsigmond use deep focus and wide shots to emphasize her isolation, especially in the assassination scenes. The iconic shot of Maggie on the rooftop, silhouetted against the city lights, is pure visual poetry. Low-key lighting and chiaroscuro effects create a constant sense of danger. It's a masterclass in visual storytelling. Every camera movement, every shadow, reflects Maggie's fractured psyche. Beneath the action, Point of No Return is about the loss of identity and the illusion of choice. Maggie is literally stripped of her name, her past, and her agency. The film asks, if you can change everything about a person, are they still themselves? It also critiques government control and the dehumanization of state-sponsored violence. The makeover scene isn't just a 90s trope, it's a commentary on forced femininity and performance. Maggie's romance with JP isn't just a subplot, it's her desperate attempt to reclaim a normal life. The subtext of addiction runs deep too. Her transformation from drug addict to killer is a grim substitution of one dependency for another. Eagle-eyed viewers might spot the reference to Badham's own War Games in a computer screen message early on. There's also a blink and you'll miss it nod to Femme Nikita in a background poster. And check out the scene where Maggie practices her signature. It's actually Bridget Fonda's real handwriting. Another secret, the film's original ending was darker, with Maggie dying in the shootout, but test audiences hated it, so Badham reshot the bittersweet ending. Finally, look for the Queen of Diamonds playing card, a subtle tribute to the original French film's iconic imagery. Brought to life by Bridget Fonda's fearless performance, she gained 20 pounds and learned how to handle a gun for the role. Point of No Return, open to modest numbers, grossing around $15 million domestically against a $20 million budget. Worldwide, it scraped together roughly $30 million. Critics were mixed. Some praised Fonda's gritty turn. Others called it a pale imitation. Roger Ebert gave it 2.5 stars, noting it lacked the original's raw energy. Today, it holds a 42% on Rotten Tomatoes, but cult fans argue it deserves a fresh look. The film failed to spark planned sequels, but its influence can be seen in later female assassin films. Bridget Fonda carries the entire film with a performance that's both vulnerable and fierce. She prepared by spending time with ex-addicts and training in martial arts. Gabriel Byrne brings a chilling paternal menace as Bob the Handler. Dermot Mulroney's sweet JP is the heart, while Anne Bancroft delivers a scene-stealing, Oscar-worthy supporting turn as the elegant instructor. Harvey Keitel's laconic cleaner is a standout. Casting trivia. Julia Roberts was originally approached, but passed, opening the door for Fonda. Each actor adds layers to this dark world, making even the villains sympathetic. Fonda's emotional breakdown in the church scene is the film's rawest moment. Point of No Return never achieved the notoriety of Femme Nikita, but its influence is undeniable. It paved the way for later female-led assassin franchises like Atomic Blonde and Kill Bill. Its moral ambiguity and focus on character over action anticipated the modern anti-hero. The film won no major awards, but it has a devoted cult following. In a time of glossy 90s blockbusters, this movie dared to be ugly, messy, and honest. It may not have changed cinema, but it proved that a remake can have its own soul. Today, it's a time capsule of a moment when studios took risks on dark character-driven genre fare. So where does that leave us? For me, Point of No Return is a flawed masterpiece, a film with more heart and brains than most of its contemporaries. It's a story about reclaiming yourself from systems that want to erase you. Sure, it's not perfect, but what art is. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think this film deserves a reappraisal? Or is it just a lesser remake? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more hidden gems. Until next time, keep questioning the canon.